Shiloh's star was all she had left of them, and she wasn't going to let anybody take him from her. Not anybody, including Cousin Luther. Anna dashed away the tears with her fingertips, and as she did so, the pine trees parted and the path spilled onto a rocky plateau overlooking a beautiful emerald-colored valley. It was shaped like the boomerang she'd once seen in a general store. To her left, in the distance, she saw what looked to be a small town. Much closer, and on the opposite end of the curve, she saw a house, barn, and outbuildings, cattle grazing in high grass. God willing, she would get something to eat, and maybe have one good night of sleep before she and the colt moved on. Chapter 1. Chet Leonard watched the automatic doors leading from the concourses of the Boise airport, hoping he would recognize Nana Anna when she came into view. How much could she have changed in 10 years? Perhaps a lot. The last time he'd seen her was about a decade ago when he and his family took a vacation to Disney World in Florida. They'd taken one day off from rides and games to spend an afternoon with Anna and her husband Walter. Anna McKenna wasn't any blood relation to the Leonards, but Chet considered her family all the same. And now, after the death of her husband, she was coming home to Idaho, coming home to live once more on the Leonard Ranch, a place she belonged. He caught sight of a white-haired woman in a wheelchair. Was that her? If so, he might need to rethink where she would stay. The automatic doors opened and he took a step forward, then stopped. It wasn't Anna. He could see that now. Anna McKenna was in her 80s, but aging didn't change a person's looks as much as that. Chet Leonard, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? His gaze moved a few steps beyond the woman in the wheelchair. A grin split his face. This was Nana Anna. Older, yes, from the last time he was with her, but he would know that smile and those merry blue-gray eyes anywhere, not to mention that dark red hair, which these days came from a bottle. A few quick strides carried him to her, and without any forethought, he lifted her feet off the floor as he gave her a tight hug. She laughed. He recognized that about her, too. Setting her on her feet again and holding her at arm's length, he said, "You made it here fine, I see." "Of course I did." She patted her collarbone. "And my, I swear you grew taller since I last saw you." "I doubt it. I stopped growing years ago, Nana Anna." Color bloomed in her cheeks. "Goodness gracious. It's good to be called that to my face again. I've missed it." He held out his hand to take her small carry-on. "Let's go down to baggage claim. I assume you've got some bags checked." "I do, indeed." Chet took Anna by the crook of her arm, and they walked toward the escalator. "Can't believe how much this airport has changed," Anna said on the ride down. He looked around. "Yeah. Guess it's a lot different from the last time you were here." "I expect more than this airport's different. Time marches on." Chet nodded. They stepped off the escalator in companionable silence and followed other passengers toward the luggage carousels. "Do you want to sit down while we wait?" he asked her. "No, thank you. Been sitting too many hours as it is. Need some movement in my giddy-up." He grinned, remembering Anna as she'd been 30 years ago, before she married Walter Cunningham and moved to Florida. Already in her 50s, which had seemed ancient to Chet at the time, she'd been as active and hard-working as any man they had on the ranch. She could ride a horse all day, make a campfire, sleep on the ground, mend fences, and fix a mean breakfast. "Chet?" "Yes?" "I know I said it over the phone, but I want you to know how sorry I am about all that's happened to you in the last few years. Rick and Marcia and all." He nodded, words caught in his throat. He'd learned there was no escaping the sadness when it swept over him. He could go days without